Blessings and peace to you. This is SB Favor Thinking Podcast, and my name is SB Favor. How are you doing today? It is Thursday, February 6, 2025. Another wonderful day and another day to be thankful. And as I always say, if you focus on what is good, then you can project something good to happen. So focus on what is good. Do not sit around thinking about your problems and the negative things. There are no benefits in that. So focus on what is good. If you are out there traveling about today, make sure you say a prayer. It never hurts to pray. Make sure you stay focused by not being on your cell phone too much while you're driving or just out and about, because when you are on your cell phone too much in the public, that means you are distracted. So keep yourself safe and your family members safe. I always remind you of these things because I care. So stay focused today. Yes, indeed. Also, I want to remind you, if you would like to give to the podcast, you can give at Cash App, $SB Favor, or you can give at Venmo at SB Favor. Once again, if you would like to give to the podcast, you can give at Cash App, $SB Favor, or you can give at Venmo at SB Favor. And if you're not comfortable using the apps to donate to the podcast, you can contact me on my Facebook page at SB Favor Thinking Podcast, and I will respond to your message to give you instructions on how you can donate to the podcast. Thank you so much for your donations and your support. Lastly, I want to remind you to donate to Feeding America. Feeding America is an organization that provides food for families across the nation, and currently they are helping the families that lost their homes in the fires in California. So make sure you don't forget to support Feeding America, and you can find all of their information at feedingamerica.org. Like I said, Feeding America is a great organization that provides food for families across the nation. So go to their website and learn about them and find out how you can get involved to help the families of California that lost their homes, And if you want to donate to the organization continually, you can do so. Just go to their page and find out more at feedingamerica.org. Well, I just wanted to come on and give you an inspirational quote, because we all have to stay focused and stay encouraged, and we have to be mindful in this hour of what is important, because there's a lot going on the news. There is a lot going on in society, and we just simply need to be reminded of what is important. So I have two Bible scriptures, well, actually one, that I am going to quote, and that is going to be the inspirational quote for today. And it says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge him, and he will make straight your paths." Once again, this is an inspirational quote, and I am quoting this from the Bible. And yes, it is two scriptures. It's Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. I'm going to read it again. "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge him, and he will make straight your paths." What is that talking about? It's talking about putting your confidence, your trust, your thoughts, your heart in a direction and in the Lord. That's right. And when I say in a direction, I'm talking about giving it to him, throwing your cares up in the air, giving it to the Lord, casting your cares to the Lord. Because if you're sitting around thinking about your problems, and if you're sitting around thinking about all the issues that are going on in the world, that's only going to lead to more stress and fear and worry and doubt and all the things that that are not healthy for you. So these two scriptures are just simply telling us what we should do in this hour. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding. Your own understanding of something is limited. That's right. Your own understanding of something is limited, and your own understanding of something could be something that is not leading you the right way. But when you trust in the Lord and you want to receive your understanding from him, then you will have an understanding of peace in your heart. That's right. You will have an understanding of peace. You will receive something from him so that you don't have to worry, so that you don't have to walk around in doubt and fear. When it says, in all your ways, acknowledge him and he will make straight your paths, that's talking about in everything you do, acknowledge the Lord. In everything you do, pray. That's right. In everything you do, believe and know and understand and have confidence that God is with us. He has not forgotten us. God is with us. And as long as we trust and believe and have confidence, he will show up for us. That's right. God will show up for us. And if you're listening to this podcast and you don't believe what I'm saying, I pray that you give God an opportunity to believe. I pray that in this day you will begin to pray and you will begin to ask God for understanding according to the things you don't understand. It is important to have faith in God in this hour that we live, because man alone and in our governments across the world, we have seen that man is not the answer. God is the answer. And so this inspirational quote is just a reminder for you to trust in the Lord and lean not to your own understanding, and make sure you acknowledge him in all your ways, so that he can make straight your path, so that he can give you peace on your path, so that he can help you to understand what is needful on your path. That's right. We need to be reminded of what is important in this hour. We cannot focus on the things that will put us in a place of fear and worry and doubt and unbelief. In this hour that we live, we must remember the words of God. We must. Many, many, many years ago, one day I was going to bed and I didn't have any peace. This was more than 10 years ago. I didn't have any peace. And I kept thinking about all these things in the future. And I kept thinking about all of my problems. And I kept thinking about all kinds of things. And I prayed to God and I said, Lord, I just want peace. This was, like I said, many years ago. And I opened up the Bible and it said, I will keep him in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on me. And let me tell you, from that day forward, every time I didn't have peace, and even now, I start thinking about the name of Jesus. I start thinking about his name to have peace. He said, I will keep you in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on me. So focus on what is good. Focus on everything that gives you peace. Focus on the name of Jesus. Focus on the things that help you to be better. I had to come on today to do this inspirational quote because I just strongly felt the need. There are so many people across this country in the United States of America. There are so many people that are concerned right now. There are so many people that are greatly discouraged. And I want to say to you, if you're listening to the sound of my voice, I want you to be encouraged. Don't be discouraged. Because when you are discouraged, that means you are disarmed with peace. You are disarmed with strength. So I want you to be encouraged. Because when you are encouraged, that means you are armed with peace. You are armed with joy. You are armed with the power of God. When you are encouraged, you are encouraged with strength. So don't be discouraged. Don't be discouraged. And to stay encouraged, remember, you must align your thoughts with everything that helps you to be encouraged. Don't align your thoughts with things to be discouraged. Align your thoughts to be with everything that will encourage you. Because in this hour, we got to stay focused. Yesterday, I was talking about caring for your mental health in a time of difficulty on episode 295. I talked about it in that episode, in episode 295, because I want people to understand in this hour that we live, we have to be reminded on what we should focus on. Don't get caught up into all the craziness that's going on in the news. But trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean to your own understanding. But in all your ways, acknowledge him, and he will make straight your path. Because there is power in prayer. That's right. And everything that you do and everything that you think, don't leave God out. Bring him in. Invite him in. And pray and acknowledge him. And remember, don't lean to your own understanding. Receive whatever it is you need understanding about. Receive it from God. Receive it from God so that you can walk in peace continually. Receive your peace from God so that you can go to bed at night with peace and get up with peace and live in peace. You don't have to align yourself with the things that are negative. Align yourself mentally with the things that are good, with the things that are positive. Align yourself with the things that will help you to be better. That's right. Do it all day, every day, constantly. Because in this hour, we must stay focused. In this hour, we must depend on God. I am not trying to preach to you. I just want you, I just want you to be encouraged. I just want you to be determined. I want you to be focused. I want you to understand how serious this is. I am going to try to do more episodes because I want to remind you, I want you to understand how important it is to be focused every single day. When you are focused every single day, there are benefits in being focused every single day. Because when we are not focused, that means we are positioning ourselves to be dragged by fear and worry and unbelief and all the things that are not good for us. So you must be focused every single day. Focus on what is good and make sure you pray. Make sure you do and think about everything that will make you better. Don't focus on the things that will make you worse. Focus on the things that will make you better. There's enough going on that is bad in the world. But when it comes to your life and your space and your environment, focus on what is good. Focus on everything that will make you better. And like I told you earlier, don't be discouraged. Be encouraged. Because if you take on a mindset of being discouraged, that means you will be disarmed with peace, disarmed with strength. You don't want that. You want to be armed with peace, strength, love, goodness, and all the virtues that make you better. So focus on what is good. And I pray that you have a really good rest of the week. I'm going to try to come on again tomorrow because this time that we're living in is urgent. So make sure you focus on what is good, make sure you pray, and make sure you do all that makes you better. Focus on everything that makes you better. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in to SB Favorite Thinking Podcast. If you are enjoying this podcast, if you have listened to other episodes and you have enjoyed this podcast, please donate to this podcast. Make sure you also share this podcast with others. I must receive your support to keep going. So please share this podcast with others and make sure you focus on what's good. And if you need to reach me, you can reach me at sbfavor@yahoo.com via email. You can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You can find me wherever podcasts are heard. I am on Amazon Audible, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Google me and you will find SB Favorite Thinking Podcast somewhere. Thank you so much for listening. And also, lastly, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. That is very important. Share the YouTube channel with others. And make sure you stay encouraged today. I have a passion for what I am saying right now. I am very passionate about it. So please have a good day and focus on what is good. Talk to you soon.